Hey, what's happening, everybody? In this video, I want to talk about crypto regulation, and this is actually good news. So, the way this article is written that I'm going to show you actually kind of spins it in a negative light, but I'm going to show you why, in my opinion, this is a positive thing for widespread crypto adoption, which, quite frankly, right now we are seriously lacking. We have not grown as much as we should have grown here in the back half of 2021 and early parts of 2022. Part of that is the toxicity in the space. We need to stop it. We need to come together. We are part of this 4% of people who have put our faith and trust into decentralization, into cryptocurrency. If we want that 4% to grow, the tribalism, the bullshit needs to stop. So, with that being said, let's get into some crypto news and talk about what's going on. So, how about this? JP Morgan, this is coming from an executive over there. Global regulation urgently needed for banks to help clients invest in crypto. Now, before I even get into some highlights here of this article that I want to talk about, I just want to talk about banks in crypto, okay, and give you my perspective. Right now, in my opinion, the banks don't like crypto because of one major reason, in my opinion. And I don't think it's Bitcoin. I don't think it's Ethereum. I don't think it's meme coins. I think it's stable coins. Because here's really what it comes down to. When you put your money in a savings account right now, you're losing money. The US dollar is losing value. However, if you have money in a stable coin, like let's say the DAI coin that earns 2%, well, you're making money. Even the USDC coin earns a little percentage just by staking it. And then, oh, yeah, if you unlock some staking rewards on places like crypto.com, you can earn upwards to 12 to 14% staking a stable coin. So I say all that to say, why the hell would you keep your money in a savings account? That is what the banks are worried about. Now, with all that being said, regulation in this form, I think is good because it's going to bring a lot of new investors into the space. So here's what the JP Morgan executive said. We need a globally consistent regulatory framework. It's important that we get to a solution as quickly as possible. They go on to say here, the JP Morgan executive said that new rules are urgently needed to give banks certainty in handling crypto assets on behalf of large customers who seek exposure in this asset class. And there are a lot of those. Yes, a lot of large customers who want exposure who are afraid to do so because there is no regulatory framework. That is why regulation is a good thing. Okay. According to Wells Fargo, cryptocurrency has entered the hyper adoption phase. Talked a lot about this when we pull up the diffusion of innovations theory, that bell curve I've talked about many times. I should do a whole video on that diffusion of innovations. We are not yet in that widespread adoption phase of cryptocurrency. We're early, which is good for all of us. Now, they go on to say here, the executive from JP Morgan, I do think we need a globally consistent regulatory framework. It's important that we get a solution as quickly as possible. Now, on that front, we should expect to hear something this month or next as it relates to crypto regulation. What that will be, I don't know. My hunch is that it's going to be something at stablecoins. That's what I think. Global banking regulators at Basel Committee, this is really interesting, on banking supervision are discussing rules for banks to deal with crypto assets. Now, in June of last year, the committee proposed dividing crypto assets into two groups and regulating them based on their market, liquidity, credit, and operational risks to banks. However, final rules are not expected until at least next year. So that's what I've got on this article. Now, hang on with me because I want to talk about stable coins a little bit. Some minutes from the Fed meeting say that they are ready to take action, mentions crypto and stablecoin risks. Okay. I'm not just pulling this out of thin air. They've been talking about stablecoins for a long time. All right. Fed officials raised concerns about the significant growth of the crypto industry, and some participants saw emerging risks to financial stability associated with the rapid growth in the crypto assets and decentralized finance platforms. Now, let me zoom this out a little bit. Okay. Pull this out and really read between the lines here. They're talking about significant growth in the crypto industry. That's good. They want to regulate it because it's growing rapidly. That's good. Regarding stablecoins, the Fed mentioned a potential run risk, which characterizes them as another vulnerability in funding markets. While the minutes are widely watched nationwide, CoinDesk reported earlier that traders seem to have already moved on and are focusing on the Federal Reserve's next meeting in March, when the central bank is expected to start hiking rates. I do think that's true. I think people have moved on from the latest FUD and they'll wait until they hear something in March. I'll wait until I hear something from you down below in the comment sections. What do you think? Love to hear your thoughts on this in terms of regulation, but I think this is good. I think this shows that mainstream adoption is closer than we think. Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. As always, smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.